Hello and welcome to episode 55 of the Championship Rounds podcast. A lot to talk about this week, so we'll get straight into it. Sunday, yesterday, Fernando Martinez defeats Kazuto Ioka via UD to retain the WBA Super Flyweight title in a fight they got dropped in. Made a very good start, but he did sort of lose the second half of the fight, definitely. And I thought he was a little fortunate to get it. I thought Kazuto Ioka won the fight, especially with the knockdown. Sort of 114, 113 to Martinez was fair. But yeah, one of those cards that only gave Kazuto Ioka 2 rounds was just not reality at all. Yeah. But a really good fight, though, I thought.
Yeah, good fight. Not as good as the first one, which, I think it was expected. I thought the knockdown won it for Ioka, but I don't have any problems with Puma winning. I do have problems with him only being given 2 rounds. But, at least the judge gave him 2 rounds this time instead of none. He started well, but then it was the body work. You said it. It was the body work. It slowed him down. It wasn't like a crazy fast pace, at least for Puma compared to the first fight, but it was still like a good pace. But he did slow down, and Ioka, not as great on offense, but I think he was bad defensively, although still not great because his reflexes. He just doesn't have those reflexes at this age. He just stuck to rolling with punches, which was the best that he can do. But he didn't get hit with as much, which is better.
He did a pretty good job rolling with those violent hooks Martinez does.
He did get hit with a lot clean, but there wasn't nothing like flush. I think there was a lot flush in the first fight, but there wasn't anything too crazy in this fight. And
Most flush punch came from him.
Yeah. You saw it in real time. I did anyway. It was it looked like that first left hook that just troubled him, but then he's kind of is who he is and just comes straight back in, holds his hand down, and left hook on the canvas. Shout out to Ioka.
Definitely wasn't a flash knockdown.
Yeah, he was definitely hurt. But obviously Ioka at this stage, he's not gonna go crazy looking for a stoppage. And he still has to be wary as well because Puma, he just comes back swinging, doesn't he? And he's dangerous.
Dangerous, but puts himself in danger a lot against a better fighter. He's not making it out the 10th, to be honest.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it was gonna go similarly, and just not as violent or high paced. But I'm kind of surprised that he slowed down in this fight, but didn't slow down in the first fight.
He wrapped it up in the first.
He got hurt to the body more. Ioka's body punching was good. A lot of was hard to see all his body punching, but he did throw a lot of body punches in those first 6 rounds, and pay dividends. It possibly should have won him the fight at the very least. It helped him greatly to make the second half a lot more in his favor than the first.
Those judges, man. That just...
8-4 isn't great. I guess it's feasible if you gave Puma every round he actually won and every swing round, but still it's not the greatest. 10-2, it just didn't happen. Ioka won at least 4. Ioka won 4 clear rounds. One of those being a knockdown round, of course. You know, it's just like, what's the point? To get like no credit other than one judge, where one judge had a really good scorecard. Like,
Yeah.
Like 7-5 to Puma, that's fine.
This is the thing. Robbery gets thrown around a lot. Puma Martinez winning this fight wasn't a robbery, but two of those, well, one definitely was. A second that arguably was a robbery scorecard. If that makes sense. Like, yeah, you can say that Puma won, but like, just come on, man. Like, that's ridiculous. Giving him 2 rounds. But that's filled out before the fight started. I'm sorry. Like,
Giving him one because he has to.
yeah, one because there was a knockdown. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I scored it 114, 113 Ioka. Like, and like I can see maybe around either side of that. So like 7-5 Ioka or 7-5 Puma. But come on, man. Come on.
You know,
Let's
it's
not
like, yeah, like let's do better, please. Oh yeah, like that's gonna happen. It's like with Puma, I mean, like, like he kind of fights like in the spurts. It's like when he actually attacks, I mean, it's all out and they're like explosive and fast and they look good. And it's like they're gonna leave an impression because he's throwing so much at once. Like compared to Ioka, where he picks his shots more, but maybe they're more consistent throughout the round. I mean, it's just like well, they hate Japanese people, but they like the come forward guys, throw loads of punches at least at once, look good to judges.
Yeah, like it was a really good fight. I think Puma. I think he did struggle with the weight. I think that was a bit of a weight drain fighter because he looked really big and strong in the first few rounds, and then just it was a combination of the body shots and the weight. I don't think he looked great at the weight.
Yeah, I think it's definitely.
I just don't.
Yeah, I think definitely the weight had a factor considering like how much he was hitting the body the first fight and didn't even slow down, and it hurt so much. But then these body shots like slowed him down so much compared to usual. I mean, he still had a good pace.
Yeah, like I don't
I
know. I
mean,
just
third fight, anyone?
They're not gonna do that. After two UDs.
Yeah, but they were close compared fights. I mean, like the first fight was like a lot more clearer than this, of course. But I mean, like he did better in the second fight. You never know. Third fight, put it out this time. Well, one of the judges will give him like 8 rounds in the fight. He's won 10 rounds in.
it's weird, man. I don't. It's weird after a performance like that I don't really know where Ioka goes.
Like, is that a great fighter just having one last great performance, or is that him still having like a lot in the tank and can do good against most fighters in the division outside of Bam and Puma? Like, I mean, like, you think he couldn't do? I mean, obviously he beat both the Mexicans for the IBF belt. Like, I mean, there's some good fights there for him if he wants them. I mean, he could still fight a Chocolatito if he wants some money.
Estrada's there.
Yeah, Strada's there as well. Strada can come back. That'd be a good fight.
I think Estrada's coming back. I think Chavez said, "Big up Chava." some man. I think Chavez said that Estrada's coming back. I think he said June or July in Mexico. He's having a comeback fight, I think.
Is it going to be a bantamweight?
I don't know, but regardless, like if Ioka wants like a Chuck and Estrada or a bantamweight, just go up there and fight them.
Yeah, like we missed out on them, so might as well just get them out of the way. I mean, they'll still be good fights, not as good as if they're in their prime, but they'll still be good. And like they're it's a level playing field because they're all faded, great fighters.
And with the way they hand out belts like Andy. No, but you know what I mean. Like the WBC and IBF are going to go vacant soon.
Yeah.
Both Nishida and Nakazani are going up. The WBA will give you a regular title just asking them to do so. Like, like there's going to be belts available. Like, and yeah, also at 118, I forgot to mention, Daenerys like in the mix as well. Like he's talking about coming back. So like, any combination of those four, like just make those fights.
Probably wouldn't like to see any of those three get hit by Donaire, even though he's very old.
I don't care if he's 55. I don't want to see that.
Like, I mean, he can still punch. Like, hell. Well, I wouldn't recommend any of them fighting Donaire. Like, they're not the biggest guys. And Donaire, I mean, he's pretty big and he hits so hard.
There were pretty strong rumors of Daenerys Chocolatito a few months ago.
Yeah, and I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
Like, because Chocolatito, I mean, I like his defense for a pressure fight. I mean, it's great, but it's not.
It's Daenerys.
I mean, he's hittable. I mean, he's there to be hit.
Yeah. And it's not like a Southpaw hasn't cleaned him out before either. So.
All right, speaking of 118, like Puma, move up, please.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was going to get onto that in a second, but yeah, like he's done at the weight.
Like, stay if you can get Bam, stay here. If you can't, like, just move up. I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, well, I posted it on Twitter the other day. He's gone Cacace, Bornata, and then Ioka. That's solid. He's unified the division. Like, if he's gonna have to wait around and fight guys like David Jimenez, like, what's the point? Because one of those guys will catch him out. Because that was a weight trained fighter in there, and someone's gonna catch him out at some point before he gets to it.
I think like David Jimenez. I mean, that's a pretty dangerous fight, especially if you're weight trained. I think Jimenez would have a good chance against a not weight trained Puma, but against
that would just be a fighter to beat him, even just on that level playing ground.
Yeah, like David Jimenez is a good fighter, but like, is that the type of guy you want to stick around for? I mean, there's plenty of fights up at 118, and maybe he can just jump into a title shot, do something with the WBA. I mean, he holds that belt.
Yeah, even if it's just like a regular title shot, because that's the way they roll. But yeah, he is like 33, he's 34 next birthday, and he did start. I think he started his career at like above 118, like stopped fighting 119, 120 catch rates. He was going to be a bantamweight, but then dropped down for regional title fights and then stayed there. And like, I just think, you're 33, 34. If you can't get the BAM fight, go. Like, what else? What else you got to prove? You've beaten a long reigning champion in Cacace twice, and then you've beaten a 4 division champion twice. You've unified the division. Like, what else is there to prove, really? Apart from BAM, obviously.
I'd like to see BAM, and if they were going to have a third fight, I wouldn't mind the third fight. But other than that, I mean, just go up and to a weight you can make easier and be better.
Yeah. and he's got one of those styles, Puma, like because he is so big and physical and strong, and he relies on that a lot. And the sort of combination punching and the volume, it's like you don't want to be physically impaired if you're fighting that style. It's one of those like
Yeah,
when Jared Hurd started to be drained. They're different fighters, but they're the same sort of big physical specimens that sort of roll forward. Like when Jared Hurd was starting to get drained, like he just totally went.
yeah, like we saw it
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah. And another camp after another rough fight. Yeah, I think it's time. If you can't get Bam, this is obviously the caveat. Like, if you can get Bam, stay. But if you can't, move up. Yeah, I enjoyed the fight. I really did enjoy the fight. It was fun. I just don't know where. It's difficult. It's difficult when you get those cards to really say how good the fight was, and then it could have gone either way.
I mean, I thought it was good. Great, even. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I enjoyed it on the rewatch as well. But just as much. And, like, not to blow our own horn, but, you know, we did say it would be closer and it would be slower paced and it would still be a good fight and Puma would win a close decision.
Yeah.
Take away the scorecards that don't reflect the fight. That's how it went.
Yeah. By the way, Robert Hoyle, who gave Ioka 2 rounds, he was the same judge that gave Denair 6 rounds against Inoue. So he just doesn't like the Japanese.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, it was a really good fight, and if you haven't watched it, go watch it back. But that undercard, Hayato Tatsumi's really, really good. Like really, really good. Just battered him. Like just the golfing class was just immediately there, and he just like, you know, when like you see it in football when somebody looks like they have like hours on the ball, just so much time, and they can just pick out the perfect pass or whatever, and they just glide past people, and it's just like they're thinking so much quicker than everyone else. It's like that with him. Like he never looks rushed. He never looks panicked. He never just looks out. It's like his first gear is so quick with Tatsumi. He's just so good.
It is. Like, I mean, like he did what he should have done against Arboleda. But I mean, it's one thing saying that he did, but the way he did it was just very impressive.
Yeah.
What talent. What a talent.
He's ready for anyone at 130. In the pretty weak 130 division, he's ready for everyone. I wouldn't think twice about chucking him in with literally anyone.
You know, this might be a good time to get somebody at 130.
Who are you thinking?
We'll get to him in a bit.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's big week 130. And yeah, Daya Kira had a decent learning fight against Zapata as well. I think he settled down after this first couple of rounds where he's just trying to ice him, and he got caught with a couple of shots.
Yeah.
And then he calmed down. And he was just
he got hurt in the second round, I think, with a jab. And like anyone who couldn't survive like he could, he would have stopped them. But you know, That's the part. He's pretty smart. Knowing how to survive holding, he kept falling to the canvas, kept spitting out his mouthpiece. Next time he has someone like that, he should know better. Should learn from that.
Yeah.
He's learned more from that than he did from every other fight. He's been blowing out everyone. He needed someone to give him some resistance. It wasn't the greatest performance, but it's a fight that he needed.
Yeah. Yeah, good learning fight. And like I said last week, they're pushing him quickly. I think they'll get him in for a Japanese title or something like that, or an OPBF. And then I'll stick him in for a world title, because let's be honest, he beats Eric Rosa. Like, he just does beat Eric Rosa. Like, yeah,
Who doesn't?
Yeah, that's the exact point. Like, who doesn't beat Eric Rosa? But yeah, it was a really solid card. I didn't catch anything else in depth. I saw the knockout, and I saw a couple of highlights, but not a lot. But yeah, the top 3 fights on that show are really, really solid. Moving on, we'll talk about California. We'll talk about a certain super featherweight. Friday, this fight got a lot more interesting for me, because Navarrete needed about 16 million goes to try and make weight. Eventually did by sucking all the air out of his system and just, it's basically holding his breath on the scales. Looked absolutely awful. And yeah, I don't know how, because he's a super bantamweight that's moved a lot. I just don't get it with him. He's just so undisciplined. He's so badly undisciplined.
Like, how in 2025 are you not locking Emmanuel Navarrete's fridge? Like, we know he's going to eat. That's what he does. That's why he's at 130. He should be a featherweight at best, but he's just fat because he can't stop eating. He should not be missing weight. Oh, brilliant. And he didn't even look good in the fight either. He was still kind of the same. He just didn't look as good as he usually would. He was just kind of all over the place. And he hurt Suarez a few times. But I don't think it was a wide fight. 4-3 either way. Well, how it ended. Cut by punch, pretty much. Yeah, cut by punch. Cut by punch. Ruled an accidental headbutt. Look, you saw the punch. You can see the punch on the replay. You can see the punch.
Live, I wasn't so sure, but they had better replays after the fight was over.
Even on those replays, you could see it was a punch. The replays weren't as good as the other replay, but you could see it.
Yeah, the live replays weren't that good.
Yeah, sure. After the punch landed, they and they didn't even really clash heads. It was a more of a scrape, and that's not.
It was either the punch or Suarez's wrist tape.
It was definitely.
It has to be the punch.
It was definitely the punch, because I saw a video of the punch, and it showed blood coming out straight away after the punch. It was the punch. Charlie Suarez got screwed. Yeah, cool. You're gonna change it to a no contest. What does that do? It's Charlie Suarez. He should be a world champion now. He's how old is he? 36. He's probably not going to get another opportunity. He should be a world champion, and you just screwed him over because A side BS and incompetence. Mostly A side BS.
Yeah. As we speak, they are currently reviewing it. The California State Athletic Commission.
They're gonna change it to a no contest, and that doesn't help Charlie Suarez. What's the point? Just leave it as it is.
He doesn't care about that. A technical decision loss on his record. He wants the bill.
Like, they're never gonna
that
overturn it. They never do. It will be made a no contest. They're never gonna overturn it. Like, it barely happens. I've seen it like a handful of times where they actually overturn it.
and the WBO will do a rematch, won't they?
Yes.
And we'll get it again because that's exactly what super featherweight needs. It needs Navarrete taking 6 months out to let the cut hill and then rematching Charlie Suarez again.
And it's probably lucky as well. I mean, like, Charlie Suarez was getting better as the fight was going on. And, you know, Navarrete was just getting worse and
Because
worse.
Navarrete was dead at the weight somehow. like
It's just fat. Just fat. That's what he is. He's just fat. Just stop him eating. Like, maybe they just need to lock him in a cage so he stops eating. Lock him in a cage, and you give him his meals. That was the only way he can stop eating so much.
it's gonna be fun to see him sort of at an event 5 years after he retires. he's gonna be like Billy Joe Saunders but worse.
It's gonna be
And
like
shorter.
it's gonna be like when we see Nassim Hamid at events now. Like, he looks like an umbrella because he's so massive and round, and that's gonna be Navarrete. Except he's not 5'2", so it'll be even funnier.
We wish him well. But yeah, like it's such a frustrating division. Like I think Navarrete, the only person Navarrete's had success with in the last sort of 3 years is Oscar Valdez. Do you know like the Liam Wilson thing where he missed weight and then they messed about the scale? Because thank you, A side. Then he gets a massively long count in that fight. Is what it is. Comes back to stop Wilson. Then he batters Valdez, draws with Conceição, loses to Berinchik, batters Valdez, and then scrapes away with a sort of fluky technical decision against Charlie. So it's just, yeah.
Yeah, and it's worth knowing in that Valdez rematch, he hurt his left leg. Valdez, that is.
Yeah.
Supposedly. I rewatched it. I forgot that happened.
Is what it is with him, man. Like, wow. Also on that undercard, Raymond Murataya essentially just took Abdullahev's jab away, and because he did that, Abdullayev was useless, and Murataya sat in first or second gear and just coasted to a very, very comfortable decision where Abdullayev didn't really do anything.
See, like, for like the first 5 rounds, like, Murataya, I mean, like, he looked as good as I've ever seen him. Like, I mean, like, his right hand was crazy, to be honest. I mean, his counters, I mean, that's pretty much how he took the jab away, was just countering it with the right hand.
So Martinez either gonna look really bad or he's gonna kind of look like he should be holding a world title. Get the ladder.
And then, like, you thought, oh, yeah, go on, Murataya, step it up. But no, Abdullayev has a couple good rounds, and then Murataya just kind of, just does Murataya things for the rest of the fight and wins a pretty clear 10-2 maybe, 11-1 decision. It's like good. Like, he still looked good, but he could have looked better. And he did some, like, I just watched him. I mean, like, he parried a jab to the body and countered with a right hand. Like, that is hard to do. Like, he's good. He has skill. That, just seeing people parry a jab. Oh, I love it. Obviously, the next day weigh-in definitely didn't help either of them. But, I mean, they knew they had to do it. So, Don't fight for an IBF title. You don't know. Do that shit.
Yeah, I think that's. You said that on last week's show. Like he'll sort of taper off second half because of that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's sort of what happened.
Yeah, like if he looked like he did in the first like 5 rounds for the whole fight, I mean, like yeah, fair enough, that would have been crazy. But he didn't, which is not great because it's not a 5-round fight. Like he still won the fight very easily, but he had a guy in there that wasn't really offering much because you took away his only weapon. Like there was an opportunity to really make a statement, like he did against Nakatia. He didn't take it, which is unfortunate. But you know, I like watching Robert Garcia fighters because, well, they're all good and they know how to fight, even if they're not great. They're still good.
Ready for him to get upgraded?
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Like unless Loma decides that he wants to fight Murata, like, he's gonna vacate. Like if he was coming back, I mean, he probably would have come back by now.
Even if it was a bad fight.
But let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
If Lomachenko comes back, he's not fighting Raymond Murataya.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, he might come back, but there's like 2 or 3 guys he's coming back for, and Raymond Murataya is not one of them.
You know, he doesn't gain anything from doing that.
Like what? He's going to fight Raymond Murataya for 750 grand in California.
It's like, yeah, well done, Lomachenko. You're gonna fight someone who had his first 12-rounder the other day on Saturday. Right? Yeah. I mean, that's still crazy to me. That's his first 12-rounder.
Yep.
I mean, like the farmer fight should have been 12 rounds.
I don't know if you'd want to. If you would have wanted that.
Well, it should have been, even if it wouldn't have been great. The Indongani fight should have been 12 rounds. I don't know why he's fighting these 10-rounders.
Is what it is. Talking of rounds and differences in rounds, we thought Sebastian Hernandez was an 8-rounder against Azat Hovhannisyan. We thought that was 8 rounds. BoxRec thought it was 8 rounds. The literal bout sheet that Top Rank sent everyone said it was 8 rounds. But it was 10 rounds when they actually got in the ring. So, like, I don't know why. I don't know why everyone was wrong. But yeah, it was a fun fight. It was a really fun fight.
I mean that's a good win for Sebastian. It's not the best Hovhannisyan, is it? But I mean, it's still pretty good. He'd be a good addition to the division. I think he just got ranked in the top 10 by Ring, actually, because of that win.
That's the type of win that gets you there, definitely.
Updated that quick?
Yeah.
Rare.
As I updated him. They hadn't updated him for ages, and I'm sure he was there.
I'll check the ratings now. Junior featherweight. Yeah, he's ranked 10 right now.
Yeah. And, you know, fair enough. I mean, like, that is a good win.
I would like Hovhannisyan to stop fighting because it looks like he has been jumped by a gang of people after every fight.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's not on the best run, is he? I mean, he's on like a 3-fight losing streak now?
Yeah, and he's not fighting. He has three straight Mexican punchers. He's
At the very least, like, he seems to be taking a good amount of time off in between fights, which is good.
I guess. Again,
But
these aren't soft punches.
but the amount of punches he's taking is not good, and like he has a pretty bloody good chin as well. Like it took Neri in a fight of the year to finally break him down and stop him in a very close fight.
Saying he's still standing when he got stopped.
Exactly. And like he did get dropped, but in the 10th. And that's a fight like he wasn't winning on the official cards, but he was on my card.
Yeah, probably like 6'4", 5'5" at that point. Certain accounts think he won every round.
Oh, well, that didn't know. Like yeah, I mean like now like now that Sebastian Hernandez Reyes like he's like stepped up in competition. Like his proper first test. I mean he can't go back down to the guys that he's been fighting. And
Oh, we can. He's
yeah,
with Zampa. He's with Zampa, mate. He definitely can.
yes he can, but he shouldn't. He shouldn't.
He'll be on ESPN Knockout fighting a negative record journeyman over 8 rounds soon. Don't you worry.
All right, maybe Top Rank will sign him. They can do that prospect matchmaking with them, even though he's not even a prospect anymore.
Yeah, he's a really solid fighter. Like he's just relentless. The body work. He throws so many punches. There was a minute or so in one of the middle rounds where he must have thrown over 100 body punches in about 1 minute 10 seconds. It was just ridiculous.
Like he's relentless, and he's Mexican, and he hits hard, and he's pretty big for the weight. Oh, like, he's very big for the weight, I think.
It's gonna be really fun. However it ends, it'll be really fun. Like maybe you're gonna have to engineer him into a title, or you can't just put him in with anyone. But I think he can get there with the right matchmaking. Ooh,
Yeah,
I just had an idea.
122 is not the best. What's your idea?
You know who had a super bantamweight fight in January?
Someone I've probably forgotten about. Oh, is it
Jerwin
Casimiro?
Anka.
Oh,
Jerwin Anka.
Oh, yeah, he didn't he? I don't know if Ankaz wants to take these body shots. It probably wouldn't last very long.
No, but that's the fight to make.
Is it?
Knockout winner over Jerwin Anka. There you go. But yeah.
Yeah, but at 122.
Apart from that on that card. Yeah, but context doesn't matter. We know this. I mean, it does matter to us, but to most people, it doesn't matter. Elsewhere on that card, Giovanni Santion took a laboured decision. I think he's on the slide now. I don't think he's gonna. Like he took a beating towards the end.
Well, I enjoyed the fight.
I was gonna say, that Rocha fight was the last. Like, it is the last great thing he could do.
He's just getting old. What can you do?
Yep.
I mean, like Beltran fought a pretty good fight. He's not bad. I wouldn't mind seeing him again.
Yeah.
But like Sandion, I mean, he's still okay offensively. I mean, he's pretty good. I mean, he's got the two best, the left hand and the right hook for a southpaw, and he's a Robert Garcia fighter, so he's always going to be good offensively. Doesn't have enough in his prime has passed him, and it's fine. He's going on a life and death with Beltran, the Beltrans of the world. This is why. Who did I want to put Santion in with? Oh, Polanco. There we go. That's what I wanted to put him in with. Yeah, put him in with that. He can easily beat Santion now.
Yep. I think that's the fight they'll make. They'll make it in. They'll do another Southern California soon. Because Santiago does tickets, and that'll be like a chief support on one of them. I think
Yeah,
they'll do like a Mungia show somewhere.
yeah, there'll be some more good matchmaking for Palanco
Yeah.
until they want to stick him in with Brian Norman, who did say he wants the Palanco fight.
Yeah. He's on a ABB at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah,
Anyone but Boots.
yeah.
So yeah. It's unfortunate. There wasn't much else in that show, just a load of prospects, like top rank prospects, you know how they are. It just is what it is on Pro Box. On top ranks, not Pro Box.
Like Cortez did not great against Jimenez,
yeah.
who did not a lot really. I mean, he
like I said, Jimenez. Just him taking this fight so soon after the Ghana fight just told me he's going to box like a journeyman, and that's what he did. And Cortez couldn't do anything with him.
I mean, he did more
Right,
against
just
Cortez. You know, like he did more against Cortez than he did against Ryan Garner, but it wasn't great from Cortez's really. I mean, I don't really know. He's just not that guy, which we should know that by now. He got a gift against Abraham Nova.
Yeah. He'll get served up to someone like Oshaki Foster soon, won't he?
Well, I don't know if Oshaki can kill anyone at the moment. He'll probably go life and death. He'll end up going life and death with Andre Cortez somehow because he's dead at the weight.
Yep. But anyway, the show that I was watching live for most of the night on Saturday, the Pro Box card. Erickson Lubin just has a couple of like feel out rounds, then just plays about with Ardra Holmes Jr. Really, and then just stops him in the 11th. It was a pretty like standard sort of quite easy night for Lubin. Really.
And it was a very Ardra Holmes like type of performance. I mean, that's what he always does, isn't it? Pretty much kind of does the minimum. It's what's the point? Like, he didn't really come to do anything.
Nobody wants to watch that shit.
Like, his jab was good in the first few rounds. And then, Lubin had that, like, fourth round where he really picked it up. Then he he just kind of played with his food for a bit, just trying to break down Holmes. He was just kind of just trying to survive. I mean, he was landing, but I mean, he weren't doing anything. Like, when you throw and then you just hold afterwards, I mean, you're not trying to win. It's a bit pointless, But I mean, at least he got the stoppage. It wasn't great from Lubin, but it was a good win.
At least he got some rounds after not fighting for 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could see him, like, getting better and less rusty after every round, which is good. I mean, he needs those rounds if he's going to go in with Mertzalia. Like, I wouldn't recommend that because he might die. Well, he will die, but, like, I think probably should have another fight. I don't think that's like good enough because, like, Ardra, I mean, he didn't really give him any resistance, did he? I mean, does he even know what it's like to get hit again after that fight? Not really.
I don't think it really matters considering it's Erickson Lubin.
It doesn't really matter, but I mean, like, he's good. I mean, he's skilled. Like, he could. Well, he probably won't, but I mean, I guess he could. Like, he's good enough to beat Mertzalia, but the chin, and he's not even old, but he's been around for a long time, and he's inactive.
Very.
And well, Mertzalia is an animal, pretty much. Yeah.
But can you imagine Lubin getting hit clean with one of those left hooks? Like,
I don't think anybody wants to see such a thing.
I wouldn't like to see that, and like probably likely to land as well because he's a southpaw, and his right hand will not be next to his chin.
He'd probably
Yep.
somehow knock him out worse than Charlo did.
Probably not. I mean, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, but Lubin's a good fighter. He's a solid world level fighter. He's just not going to beat Mitch Rosario.
I've always liked Lubin. He's really skilled. He's just doesn't have the greatest stamina or have the best chin. If he had good stamina and a good chin, man, he'd be so good.
Yeah, he's fun enough. Also on that card, the Real Val Saint just battered Rodolfo Orozco. Orozco forced to retire after the 8th after taking some absolutely horrific body shots. Yeah, like Val Saint's really good. He's quick. He's just really long for super welterweight. I think he's a good fighter, man. He's got skills. Talented amateur they were going on about on the broadcast, but yeah, he's really, really good. He's only 22, so like there's gonna be 3-4 years before he's really at the top level, but yeah, I like him as a prospect coming through.
Yeah.
And he's in a good place with Pro Box though. Match him right. But yeah, like you don't want to, and like 154 right now, you definitely don't want to rush anyone. Because of how deep it is. Nicholas Flaz, like, what was the point in that against Alan Sanchez? He just battered him. Naji Lopez was in with a total no hoper, just battered him. And Herbert Conceição, the Olympic gold medalist, sort of a weird stoppage against Rowdy Legend Montgomery, who like was basically begging for the fight to be stopped by the doctor. He just sent him back out, and then he just took a knee and quit pretty much instantly. So yeah, it was a good card. Dominic Valle also won. Like there was a couple of other fights on there, but it was fun. It was fun. It was like always with Pro Box. There's always good fights on there. So yeah, it was good. Moving on to Saturday in Nottingham. Lee Wood gets stopped and pretty soundly beaten in the 9th round by Anthony Cacace, who was just way too big, way too strong, way too fresh for somebody that was a featherweight who's been inactive for 18 months, coming off a bad performance against a shot to pieces Josh Warrington, really. That's what you can really say about
it. It's nasty how bad he looked. It was kind of expected how bad Wood would look after not fighting for however long. Remember the allegations you put on him last episode?
Look, I just, you just asked the question, isn't it? Like, I have to wonder why.
Yeah.
You have to wonder why. All these punches.
It kind of looked like those allegations might be true the way he fought. So I'm not gonna like. And it was I think it was like exactly like 18 months. So they like.
Yeah, it was October 2023.
So they lined it up perfectly.
Perfectly, yeah.
Just for him to get his ass whooped.
Yeah, and like I don't look. Lee, I sort of said it. I was sort of really thinking that Cacace was going to win this fight pretty comfortably. Like Wood's been hurt by everyone that's actually trained to fight him over the past few years. Like Conlon, obviously, like nearly stopped him in the first round. If that's like shoulda, woulda, coulda, if that's a few seconds earlier, whatever. If the ref steps in, like that could have easily been stopped. Then he gets iced by Lara. Lara doesn't train for the rematch and then gets punched upside down by Warrington for 6.5 rounds and then pulls out a Hail Mary KO. And 18 months inactive, upper weight against someone that's really big, really strong, and his record doesn't really suggest it. But if you watch Cacace, like the leverage he gets on shots, he's always been able to punch. He's just coasted a lot in fights and has been happy against these journeyman type of opponents that are there to survive just to sort of get the rounds in. And that's sort of what happened. He just was too big, too strong, too fresh for Leewood.
Yeah, and he did it in like first gear as well. Pretty much. I mean, it's ridiculously easy. I kind of half-assed watched it, then turned it off in like the 7th round, and I rewatched it last night. And I just finished watching it. I was like, well, that was very easy for Cacace.
It's like I heard everywhere in that 9th round.
Yeah, it's like his punches, I mean, they just sound so hard.
We've got to talk about it, haven't we?
Like, they just sound fighting. And he only has like 9 knockouts now, is it?
Yeah. He coasts a lot, man. Like, against Warrington, he coasted. Like, he's just got this sort of, I don't know, he's really, really weird. He's like, everyone you speak to, everyone says, like, oh yeah, he can punch, like he can punch really, really hard. He's really, really big. He's so strong. He's really, really good, Cacace. And everyone's been saying that even, like, sort of when he was beating guys like Ronnie Clark. And that's like, what, 10 years ago?
Yeah. I mean,
like,
even in that fight, I mean, he kind of coasted a bit.
Yeah, and then got the stoppage on 10.
Then, like, obviously he broke Wood down, and then, you know, Ben Davison threw in the towel.
Yeah, like even after we dropped Wood, like it was a good sort of minute before he hurt him again.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But anyway, we've got to talk about it. Steve Gray. How the hell can you have Lee Wood up after 8 rounds to that fight?
Well, I gave Wood the 4th round.
Yeah, that's the only round you can give him, really. Maybe
even
one more.
Maybe.
You know, even
maybe the 7th.
Cacace gave him the
he gave him 4 and 7.
He said, I would have gave Wood a 4 and 7.
And I think he was being nice to Lee Wood as well with the 7.
What? Like, I look, it's pointless saying anything. Oh, he should be sacked and all this. It's pointless because he tried to get Lewis Ritson killed and he wasn't sacked, so he's not going to get sacked for that, is he? So it's pointless. You like he's been horrific for years. He's been terrible for years. All of them.
I mean, they've all been terrible for years. Well, who else? They can't sack him. Who are they going to do? They're going to upgrade all the A-star. Well, no, they're not A-star. They're A-level referees to A-star. But they brought in an A-star, an A-level referee for a few of these fights, and they weren't even good either. They're all just terrible. Get some new guys.
Bring back Ian John Lewis. He weren't as bad as this.
Yeah, I mean, like, why not?
Like, he weren't as bad as this. Oh, like, how? How is he even? Like, what? What?
Maybe it's not like a specific person with these scorecards. Like we get on the specific judge. I really feel like it's some backstage things going
on. They're all just terrible.
No, they're bad.
Maybe it's the board.
But I don't feel like they're always them writing down these scorecards. To be honest, when they're that bad, there's literally no way.
Maybe like to keep their job, they're just told do something wrong here.
I mean, with the scorecard, because there's literally no way Wood won 5 rounds.
It's got to be
No,
the
he-
only explanation that they have to do something wrong or something terrible, a bad scorecard, a bad stoppage, something. Or try and get someone killed in the ring, throw out a towel that's been thrown in or something. This has to be the only explanation that they're being told to do that. No one can be like a collective group of people can't be that bad at their job. But then again,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
if they're all learning,
there's too many cases of it.
yeah, but if they're all learning, if they will learn it from the same people, maybe they can be. Right. Well, if a single person taught these people, that person needs to
Cease to exist.
just retire, probably.
Oh, I went straight to die. Okay.
Yeah, a bit much.
Stop fucking with my sport.
So what's the point? Like, Cacace just easily won that fight, and he didn't even really do anything crazy to win it, and he's just easy.
He just stepped in the gear for one round and it was over in like 40 seconds after that. So
Yeah, and I don't know what he's gonna do, but I hope he jumps back into the mix because I mean he still has a lot, and I'm still disappointed he vacated the title. But I get it, but I'm disappointed.
he probably got a bag for it at least.
Like he definitely did get a lot of money for this fight, and I get it. He's old and wants the money, and who the hell wants to fight Nunez if you don't need to? But you know,
I think he have a good game, to be honest.
yeah, he would. I mean, he could win that fight. I think he could win.
I probably wouldn't pick him, but it wouldn't be like some 80-20 fight.
We need to see Nunez against like Rikishi
I feel like I've
first.
seen this forever.
We haven't.
He's fought goddamn Mariaga like however long ago.
Yeah.
And he didn't even look good.
Mariaga. Fighting Mariaga. Now. Oh, bloody hell. That's not good.
They're talking about Cacace against Foster, aren't they? And that's what Cacace was talking about. So maybe they get that fight. I don't know.
I prefer that than Fulton Foster, because what do we do?
Who knows, man? Like, it's just what fight? Like, Foster can't sell a ticket anywhere. He might as well take that fight in Belfast. He'll get paid well for it. Like, and he'll probably beat Cacace. I don't know though. Maybe if he's dead at the weight, I think he'll struggle, which he is. But I'd favour Foster there. But you know, actually, I wouldn't because Cacace only needs to throw 5 punches without replying. He'll get a TKO win, won't he? Because this is Britain, so you know. That's the hilarity of this because Cacace's nearly got screwed this week, but next week he'll get a gift because that's how it works.
Yes, they're consistent at being inconsistent.
Yep. Anyway. And Liam Davis came back on the undercard, beat Kurt Walker. First few rounds, I thought Walker was going to get stopped. Like, Davis was all over him. But Walker made a few adjustments, made it difficult. But ultimately, I think Davis was a bit bigger and punched a bit harder, and that's why he won the fight. I think it was close. Like, not close, but competitive, sort of 9-3, 8-4 type of fight.
I thought it was pretty close.
Good 12-rounder.
You know, Kurt Walker, he's got potential to be something at that level. Obviously not at the high level. Because, I mean, Liam Davis isn't even really at the high level at this weight. And he didn't win the fight. But, you know, he's got potential. He's good. He made it tough. Like, I mean, Liam Davis, he's just... I mean, he's not great, is he? But, I mean, he has a good jab. And he's big and strong.
Yep. I have no idea how he made Super Bantam, by the way.
Yeah, and now he's less drained.
Yep.
But, you know, like, people know how to beat him now.
Yep. It was decent enough. It's a decent enough performance. Decent enough fight. But, yeah. a fight that wasn't particularly good. A lot of holding, a lot of it's just sort of Troy Jones, Ezra Taylor. I don't see it with Ezra Taylor. He won the fight, but
He
I just
putrid.
Look, we see all the time. Just you get some British puncher who's just very one-dimensional, and they think they're just gonna take everyone out with one punch.
I don't think he's a puncher.
Well, he thinks he's a puncher, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably is a puncher. He's just so one-dimensional and doesn't set anything up. Like, I mean, he's knocked enough people out, but who are those guys really?
But Ryan Maycock's a area level guy. He's barely area level. Like Joel McIntyre at the time was barely area level. Like, and that was a gift stoppage as well, if I remember. It was like with 10 seconds to go in the entire fight. Yeah. He stopped Joel McIntyre on his feet at 2 minutes 59 seconds of the 8th round of an 80 rounder. So yeah, like I just don't think he's that good. I think he's very, very stiff. I think he's in love with his power and thinks he's better than he is. And he's wasted his money training with Malik Scott in America because, he could be training at a local gym and getting the exact same results.
And why would you want to fight like Malik Scott anyway?
Yeah.
Like, what's that going to do for him? He doesn't need to be fighting like Malik Scott.
Yeah.
He's just going to have less and less knockouts if he's going to fight like Malik Scott.
Yeah. Owen Cooper against Chris Congo is a better fight than I thought it would be. I'm happy Owen Cooper won because Chris Congo is terrible. All his style was terrible. I thought the body shots were really getting to Congo in the second half, and
they did.
Cooper just took over.
So
he was down in that fight after the first 5. Definitely.
Yeah, after the first half of the fight, I mean, it looked like, oh yeah, Congo, he was just going to do what he always does. But no, he completely just gassed. Completely gassed.
Sure.
And I don't know, he just doesn't really have a good gas tank or no urgency because he needed to win the last round and he didn't even really come out to try and win it. He just boxed. Is that him? Or I don't really know what his corner told him, but he just needed to go out and win the round and he didn't. He just carried on boxing.
Another poor performance by a Ben Davison performance fighter. Jesus. They were 0-2 on that card, weren't they?
Yeah.
Boxer size, what? Yeah. It's funny. All that boxer size, yet you don't have a gas tank for 10 rounds. It's funny, that, isn't it? But yeah, he just couldn't take the body shots, and Cooper's relentless, and he's really fun at this level. He's like, yes, he lost to Echo Esserman, but just watch that fight. Like, he's a really fun domestic level welterweight, and there's fights for him. And if he's in these types of fights, I'm really, really happy to watch him. It's when you sort of get to the fights where they're flying in a Latvian who he's just going to roll over. I don't care. I don't want to watch that. But him against guys like, I don't know, him against Liam Taylor, Henry Turner, Sean Noakes, Connor Walker, all these guys.
Yeah,
there's guys everywhere. Lewis Crocker, there's guys, man.
See, that's the problem. It's there's a lot of good domestic level fighters, and it's just why is British boxing so bad? They're there.
Because they're not fighting each other, and they're obsessed with people that scream Bosch and stuff like that. I don't know.
At least on the main British boxing cards, it's just not great. The less ones, they're fine, but it's just not good. Although, Frank's cards aren't that bad actually. He put on a good card. I like that. I like this card.
Yeah, I think it was good that there was only 4 fights on the main show. There were 4 fights, all relatively evenly matched. It was fun. It was fun, that show.
Yeah, like I said on the preview, No, I liked this card. It was good. Obviously, the main event was the main event, but the fights underneath the main event were all good and competitive. And then they had about 5 million fights on YouTube.
Yeah, that all went to points apart from Sam Noakes. So like,
That's not
like
surprising.
Charlie
They all go to
Senior,
points.
Paris Akbar, Huey Miller. Like, it's just I've sort of got to a point where I just don't want to watch that. Like, unless it's like an amateur that's very, very good, I'm just not going to watch those fights, man.
Well, I didn't watch them. I didn't even watch Sam Lowe's. I was busy, having a life.
Yeah, I watched Charlie Senior on repeat because like he actually did something in the amateurs, not won an ABA title, and apparently he's the walk in the world like a combination of Lomachenko and Teofilo Stevenson. Like, no, he actually won an Olympic medal.
We have another Lomachenko.
Yeah,
we'll be there.
We have another Lomachenko because he won 2 ABA titles and a Haringey Box Cup. Like, yeah, brilliant. Cheers. But yeah, it was what it was, man. Like, but like they got to get their prospects out somehow, and if they're not on like main TV shows, I don't really care. It's YouTube at 4:00, like,
Right. Yeah, I don't have a problem with them having 57 million fights on YouTube. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, like main events to be on earlier, especially Frank Warren cards. I like this main event actually started at a good time rather than midnight.
Midnight's early for Frank.
Yeah.
What else happened this week? Sissoko survived being dropped twice by Mean Machine, and snuck a decision. I thought it was fair because Mean Machine basically did nothing apart from the rounds that he got knocked down in. Like, yeah, he can punch still, Mean Machine, but he doesn't have the legs. And Sissoko is very, very vulnerable, but can run like Devin Haney. And in the rounds, it was basically a shit Devin Haney impression, that fight.
If only Kavaliauskas could cut off the ring. Man, if he could cut off the ring, Sissoko would still be dead on the canvas right now.
Yeah. Or if he could actually follow up when he had him hurt, because he couldn't.
Yeah, he tried his best.
Yeah, he's just dumb. Like, he's old, it happens. Sadro got a win on that card as well. Like, what's the point in those types of fights? You just roll this kid over. But yeah, nothing else really on that show. Andreas Katsurakas got a win on Friday. Good fighter. Like, he's a solid fighter at 154. Like, he won't beat any of the top guys, but he'll give him a good fight, sort of thing. And I just hope he gets an opportunity outside of sort of OTX cards.
If Lubin does want another fight,
yeah, that's the fight to make.
He could fight Katsurakas.
That's a good fight. Good fight. And then probably the last fight we'll talk about, unless you've got any others. Daniel Pero gets dropped twice by Cesar Navarro and gets up to win a decision. Fair decision. He won the fight, but I don't know. These Cubans, man. These Cubans aren't it.
Look, there's never going to be a good Cuban heavyweight. It's just, it is what it is. There's never going to be a good Cuban heavyweight because their style is not built for heavyweight. Their style was built for the lower weights where skill set matters more. Which is what it is. It's been like, I don't know, Nino Valdez and Gonzalez and Nice and Luis Ortiz. That's really about it. For Cuban heavyweights, there's never going to be a good one. It's just stop trying to make there be one. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
Yep.
I guess there's Frank Sanchez now, and look at him.
No, these.
Yeah, he's about 50 years old and has
He
one
might
leg.
be Hergovich, you know.
Well, that's not
He
saying
might
much.
be Hergovich.
That says more about Hergovich. Well,
Yeah.
if he doesn't have a brace on his knee, then yeah, I'll give him a chance.
Yeah. That is gonna be like an IBA pro fight for 12 rounds. It's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad to watch. I can't think of anything else that happened this week. I can't think of anything. There's one little bit I want to touch on for this week because we won't have a chance to talk about it. But Sam Goodman's back on Wednesday against Cesar Vaca Espinoza. I can confirm that Goodman's team have not been sending out death threats to people on Twitter this camp, and they've actually focused on. So he might win this time, and he might not pull out. Hi Pete, I hope you're well. But if when Cesar Vaca, who I've never seen fight, but when he lands one from the gods, and Sam Goodman is out on his back, trust me, I will be tweeting all of that, Pete.
You will
I
be
will
there.
be tweeting your DMs, so don't worry, Pete. I'll be tweeting it all. But yeah, Goodman's back. Nobody cares because it's Sam Goodman. He's probably going to win a UD. But that's on Wednesday.
It's not even a good fight either.
Sam Goodman, good fight.
But
I mean, he doesn't need good opponents to go life and death, does he? So
That's what I'm saying. He's never fighting a good opponent, and he never looks good in the fight, regardless. So.
This Cesar Vaca was outboxed by Eric Robles, who Liam Davis knocked out in 2 rounds. So make of that what you will. And that's literally like one of his only opponents to note. He beat Luis Rodriguez Ocana, who was unbeaten via majority decision. And they're literally the only 2 noteworthy opponents of his entire career. So who knows? Like, hopefully this is one of these Mexicans just going to come in and throw mad hooks and cut Sam Goodman up and ice him. Hopefully, not that I've got a pick in this fight or want anyone to win, but hopefully he's one of those Mexicans that's going to leave Goodman on his back. Not that I'm biased, but but yeah, it's Australia, so there's probably a few rugby players on there and a few hyped up prospects and whatever. Some of them might be good, some of them like good fights. Some of them are going to be awful. It's Australian boxing, of course. It's on pay-per-view, but Wade Ryan's on it. Interesting. He's in a journeyman phase, but Wade Ryan's on the. Yeah, it's what it is. And that's about it for that card. But yeah, it's noteworthy, I guess. He's still IBF number 1. And I don't think there's anything else this week that I've missed, news-wise or anything. No, right. Anyway, that's good. We'll be back on Wednesday, hopefully reviewing Cesar Vaca winning by brutal knockout. And yeah, thanks for listening.
see you in episode 56.